Hello everyone, and welcome to my weather news channel. Volcanoes, certain heights over channels and cracks of earth crust on which of the deep magmatic centers eruption products are brought to a surface. Volcanoes usually have the cone form with a topmost crater, depth from several to hundreds of meters and with a diameter up to 1.5 kilometers. During eruption sometimes there is a collapse of a volcanic construction to formation of a caldera, the large hollow with a diameter up to 16 kilometers and up to 1000 m in depth. When raising magma external pressure weakens, the related gases and liquid products escape on a surface and there is a volcanic eruption. If on a surface ancient rocks are taken out, but not magma, and among gases prevails the water vapor formed when heating underground waters, then such eruption is called Friedrichsky. The volcanoes which were thrown up in historical time or showing other signs of activity belong to operating, emission of gases and steam and so forth. Some scientists consider acting those volcanoes which are authentically known that they were thrown up during the last 10,000 years. For example, it was necessary to carry a volcano to operating Arenal in Costa Rica as at archaeological excavations of the early man site in this area volcanic ash was found though for the first time for memories of people his eruption took place in 1968, and before no signs of activity were shown. Structure of the lava. The strong breeds which are formed when cooling a lava contain in the basic silicon dioxide, oxides of aluminum, iron, magnesium, calcium, sodium, potassium, titanium and water. Usually in lavas the maintenance of each of these components exceeds 1%, and many other elements are present at smaller quantity. There is a set of types of the volcanic breeds differing on the chemical composition. Most often 4 types, belonging to which is established according to the contents in breed of dioxide of silicon, meat, basalt, 48 to 53%, andesite, 54 to 62%, dacite, 63 to 70%, rhyolite, 70 to 76%, see the table. Breeds in which the amount of dioxide of silicon is less contain magnesium and iron in a large number. When cooling a lava a considerable part of fusion forms volcanic glass in which mass-separate microscopic crystals meet. The exception is made by so-called phenocrystals, the large crystals formed in magma in the depths of earth and which are taken out on a surface by a stream of a liquid lava. Most often phenocrystals are presented by field spars, olivine, pyroxene and quartz. The breeds containing phenocrystals usually call porphyritum. Color of volcanic glass depends on amount of the iron which is present at him, the more iron, it is more dark. Thus, even without chemical analyses it is possible to guess that the light-painted breed is a rhyolite or dacite. Pheocrus, basalt, gray color, andesite. Determine her type by distinguishable minerals in breed. So, for example, olivine, the mineral containing iron and magnesium is characteristic of basalts, quartz, of rhyolites. In process of a magma raising to a surface the emitted gases form tiny bubbles diameter more often to 1.5 mm, up to 2.5 cm more rare. They remain in the stiffened breed. Bubbly lavas are so formed. Depending on the chemical composition of a lava differ on viscosity, or fluidity. At the high content of dioxide of silicon, silicon dioxide, the lava is characterized by high viscosity. The viscosity of magma and a lava to a large extent defines the nature of eruption and type of volcanic products. Liquid basalt lavas with the low content of silicon dioxide form extended lava streams more than 100 kilometers long. For example, it is known that one of lava streams in Iceland was stretched on 145 kilometers. Power of lava streams usually is from 3 to 15 m. More liquid lavas form thinner streams. In Hawaii, streams 3 to 5 m thick are usual. When on a surface of a basalt stream the hardening begins, his internal part can remain in liquid state, continuing to flow and reserving the extended cavity, or a lava tunnel. For example, on Lakes Lanzarote, Canary Islands, the large lava tunnel is traced throughout 5 kilometers. The surface of a lava stream is plain and wavy. In Hawaii such lava is called, or uneven, lava. The hot lava having high fluidity can move ahead with a speed more than 35 kilometers per hour, however her speed is more often doesn't exceed several meters per hour. In slowly moving stream the pieces of the stiffened top crust can fall off and be blocked by a lava. As a result in a benthonic part the zone enriched with fragments is formed. When hardening a lava, column separateness, many-sided vertical columns with a diameter from several centimeters to 3 m, or the jointing perpendicular to the cooled surface are sometimes formed. When outpouring a lava in a crater or a caldera the lava lake which is cooled over time is formed. Underwater volcanic eruptions. If over the volcanic center the reservoir is located, at eruption pyroclastic material is saturated with water and carried around the center. The deposits of this kind for the first time described on Philippines were created as a result of eruption in 1968 of the volcano Taal which is at the bottom of the lake. They are often presented by thin wavy layers of pumice. Distribution of volcanoes on the surface of the globe best of all is explained by the theory of tectonics of plates according to which the Earth's surface consists of a mosaic of mobile Earth's plates. At their oncoming traffic there is a collision, and one of plates plunges, podvigatsia, under another in a so-called zone of a subduction for which epicenters of earthquakes are dated. If plates are moved apart, between them the rift zone is formed. Manifestations of volcanism are connected with these two situations. Volcanoes of a zone of a subduction are located on border of the submoving plates. It is known that the ocean plates forming a bottom of the Pacific Ocean plunge under continents and island arches. Areas of a subduction are noted in a relief of a bottom of oceans by the deep water trenches parallel I protect. Believe that in zones of immersion of plates at depths of 100 to 150 kilometers magma at which raising to a surface there is an eruption of volcanoes is formed. As the angle of immersion of a plate is often close to 45 degrees, volcanoes are located between the land and a deep water trench approximately at distance of 100 to 150 kilometers from an axis of the last and in the plan form the volcanic arch repeating outlines of a trench and the coastline. Sometimes speak about a fiery ring of volcanoes around the Pacific Ocean. However this ring falteringly, as, for example, near the Central and South California, since the subduction occurs not everywhere. Volcanoes of rift zones exist in an axial part of the Mid-Atlantic Ridge and along the East African system of breaks. There are volcanoes connected with the hot spots, which are located in plates in places of rise to a surface of mantle streams, the heated magma rich with gases. For example, volcanoes of the Hawaiian Ostrov. As believed, the chain of these islands extended in the western direction was formed in the course of drift on the west of the Pacific Plate at the movement over hot spot. Now this hot spot is located under active volcanoes of the island of Hawaii. Towards the west from this island the age of volcanoes gradually increases. The tectonics of plates defines not only location of volcanoes, but also type of volcanic activity. The Hawaiian type of eruptions prevails in regions of hot spots, a volcano furnace on the island of Reunion, and in rift zones. Pliniansky, Peliasky and volcano types are characteristic of subduction zones. Also exceptions are known, for example, the Strombolian type is observed in various geodynamic conditions. Volcanic activity, repeatability and spatial regularities. About 60 volcanoes are annually thrown up, and in the previous year there was an eruption about a third from them. There are data on 627 volcanoes which were thrown up for the last 10,000 years and about 530, in historical time, and 80% from them are dated for subduction zones. The greatest volcanic activity is observed in the Kamchatka and Central American regions, zones of the Cascade Ridge, the South Sandwich Islands and the southern Chile are quieter. Volcanoes and climate. Believe that after eruptions of volcanoes the average temperature of the atmosphere of Earth goes down by several degrees due to emission of the smallest particles, less than 0.001 millimeters, in the form of aerosols and volcanic dust. At the same time sulfatic aerosols and fine dust at eruptions get to a stratosphere, and that remains within 1 to 2 years. Most likely, such fall of temperature was observed after a volcanic eruption of Agung on the island of Bali, Indonesia, in 1962. The highest volcano of the solar system is not on Earth, and on Mars. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to stay up to date on the most important weather events.